what we're going to cover today is the fast start training. And what that's going to entail is really how to get a brand new person, get them started, and get them start building the business and get them things that they need to do to start building their Nu Skin business. So be and duplicate and multiply. So first of all, we're going to talk about a little bit about the background of the company, um, and our team of leaders that we can count on for support, as well as our support system from the company and what our workflow is. And of course, the most important is our mindset. And last but not least, the guidelines that we need
to work together.
Yeah.
Work as a team.
Abide by. Yes. So first of all, a little bit background on Nu Skin. We are a global company. We're right now established in over 50 countries, and we have hit our record revenue over $3 billion a year. We are listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol NUS. And what that means is that we're we have total transparency for credibility and third-party validation. And we have had 35 years, actually more than 35 years, coming up 36 years of success and stability. So this is really important facts for new people because especially for entrepreneur or business people, when they're looking at a new business opportunity, these facts represent a company that is solid, a partner, because when you join Nu Skin, you're not joining as an employee, you're joining as partners with Nu Skin. So these facts are important because they represent the how solid it is the company is as a partner. So you want to partner with a company that is growing, that is has trustworthy, and that is not a new kid on the block, and that has established a long-term track record of success. And really, what is our mission statement at Nu Skin? And every day and every time I go to a Nu Skin event, and everything that Nu Skin does remind me of this, our mission statement is to be a force for good throughout the world by empowering people to improve lives with rewarding business opportunity, innovative products, and enriching, uplifting culture. And Nu Skin live that mission statement in everything that we do, from continuous improvement in our science, our products, and also we just did our new compensation plan, Velocity, to give us more income and to really improving our lives and really giving us a very rewarding opportunity. And the uplifting culture, you can feel it every time you are in a Nu Skin event, or even if you're on the phone with the call center, you can just feel that positive vibe coming through the phone, and the positive energy from every Nu Skinner that you come across with, right?
Yeah, and also the culture,
Absolutely.
The force for good culture.
Absolutely. And that is the foremost important thing for our mission, which is the first thing in our sentence, in our mission statement, which is to be a force for good. And our nearest to children is 5% of our business, but really 95% of who we are as Nu Skinners. And for that reason, we're so proud, and you should be proud, and every new person should be proud to be a Nu Skinner, to share this amazing opportunity with the world. And our company is really a technology company, a science company, because we're backed by more than 75 top scientists from around the world. And we work with over 100 universities around the world for the latest technology, latest innovation in youth preservation, in providing the best health and wellness solutions for mankind.
And the other thing is, all our scientists are from different disciplines, so they're interdisciplinary.
Exactly.
So they all work together because nothing is really isolated, and so that's why our science is so amazing and so effective.
Absolutely.
So groundbreaking.
Absolutely. And for that reason, we were also featured on Discovery Channel for our breakthrough innovation in genetic science. I mean, Discovery Channel is not, cannot be endorsed privately, and they only knock on doors of, you know, the latest technology and the latest innovation and breakthrough, and they knocked on Nu Skin's door. So if you want a clip of that Discovery Channel episode, you can find that on YouTube, and I like to share that with my new prospects who are interested in looking for new information. And in the product front, we have won countless awards worldwide, and with the latest, the LumiSpa being the world's #1 at-home beauty device. And right now we have sold more than 2 million units of the LumiSpa in just 18 months. And here's our leaders that are amazing leaders, team elites that we can count on for support, as well as our support from Nu Skin, the company. We have our call center in the US and Canada, the 1-800 number. And of course, we have our website, nuskin.com, and our daily Facebook Live calls with Alan and some of the leaders every day, Monday to Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. For those of us that are here in Calgary, it is 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. As well, we have the Facebook group, Team Aloha. So all of the Facebook Live calls are recorded on Team Aloha on the group Facebook group, as well as at night, we have the Zoom call every night, Monday to Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Make sure you add all your new team members to the Team Aloha Facebook group so they're able to see the live and the notifications.
Yes. We also have, okay, so for the Zoom meeting, the meeting ID, you can write that down and it's the same every time. As well, we have a mobile app called Team Aloha 2020. Right now, I know that is available on Android phones, maybe iPhone. We had a little bit of technical problems, but I think Carrie just said that it is working right now. That is the old one or the new one? Oh, that's the new one. Yep, looks like it's working. So that's another resources that you could use on the mobile app, and then we'll have you know, a lot of the take a screenshot. Yeah, take a screenshot of this so that for your reference. But it's also in the system packet, the success system packet, that if you had purchased during our kickoff in Los Angeles. So here is for a new person. I often get new person asking me, well, I don't know how do I sign a new person? So this is a video to show you how to do that.
To sign up a brand affiliate, you go to nuskin.com. Once you get to the landing page, you want to click on the top left-hand corner, the 3 lines, or I call it the hamburger. Click on that, and what you want to do is make sure you are in the correct country that you're sponsoring into, and so that's important. You click on that. It's a United States English, or you can go in there. As you can see, there's also select another region, so make sure that is correct, that you have the correct country. Then click on Join Nu Skin. Then as you can see, it's a choose brand affiliate. Okay, automatically it's defaulted to individual brand affiliate account. If someone has they want to set up their business account, then they need to have a tax ID in order to do that. Then you put in the sponsoring brand affiliate ID, which is a sponsoring ID. So you enter the sponsoring ID. I'm going to use somebody's sponsoring ID 20497. And once you do that, you see the name show up. Make sure it's the correct brand affiliate's name. Then the last name, the first name, Sue Smith, January 4th is the birthday, 1980. Okay. Okay, then you go social security number. Make sure it's the right format, right? 3 digits, then 2 digits. You follow, you can see there, 2 digits, and then 4 digits, right? So a total of 9 numbers. Then the applicant's code applicant's information, you don't have to put that in, but if they have a spouse who wants to be a part of the account, you can do that. Then the address. The address could be, you put in the address is, that's 234 Buena Drive, and then put in Buena Park, California. Make sure you have the right zip code. 91023. Okay, there we go. Right zip code. And then daytime phone number. Again, the phone number needs to be in the right formats, right? Area code dash, the 3-digit code, then 4 digits. Okay, do that. Preferred language would be English, Spanish, French, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, or Chinese. So I choose Spanish or English. Then email address. So email address, make sure it is very case sensitive. So make sure you're using the right, all lowercase. Then it's easier to communicate with your new the new brand affiliate. And so make sure it's all in this lowercase, and everybody's lowercase. You don't have to think about it. Password, you want to keep the same password for everybody. The reason you do that on your team anyways is so that it's easy for you to remember when you're helping them. And I would use whatever password you like, and maybe something positive. Youthful 123. Okay, for now we'll just say youthful 123. That is the password that you use. Whoops. Okay, maybe I typed it wrong. Youthful 123. Okay, that's done. Did I do? Oh yeah, right. Okay, so there's again. This is good to know. So I would put in the first letter, uppercase. Youthful 123. Okay, see, this is going crazy now. And then I'm gonna do uppercase.
R in there.
2, 3. So keeping, because you have to have one uppercase and one lowercase. I don't know what happened. And make sure your password match, because I'm just making one up. And then you go down, choose you agree. Okay, agree to the terms and condition. Now you can choose to add your their banking information at this moment, but majority of the people don't have the banking information. If they do, you click on add banking, and then you would be brought to the banking information sheet. But if not, you can go back in and enter later, and then you click continue. Right, when you click continue, use address as enter, because I'm making up an address. When you continue, they will actually give you information, okay, to generate. Make sure you check the information to make sure it's correct. Then you continue, once you submit, they will generate a brand affiliate ID or a Nu Skin ID with a US ID, or in Canada would be a CAID, or in Mexico MXID. So that's how it works, and you see the ID, and then basically they have an account.
Awesome. So Terry mentioned, the direct deposit, and this is how you get paid. So we are receiving our commissions as a direct deposit into our bank account weekly. We have daily, weekly pay, and monthly pay. So that in order to receive that, you need to get the direct deposit set up, and this shows you how to get that set up.
Okay, once you've logged into your account, what you want to do is go to My Accounts. You can see, click on My Accounts. From My Account, under Profile, click on Direct Deposit. You can see here. Now, what's very important is this: your account name, it needs to be the same as your account. Okay, your bank account name needs to be the same as what's on your account. Then you choose the bank name, okay, whatever bank it is. Choose the bank name, put in the branch number, put in the bank account number. Click on I agree to the terms. I agree to the terms and conditions, and save changes, and that's pretty much it. And once you have this submitted, it takes, the first time you get paid, it takes a few days for it to process, but once the first payment's gone through, the rest is very easy. The the daily pay, you get paid the next day. And there's weekly pay, same thing, on the 8th is when you get paid, right? The 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 1st, right? And also the 8th is when you get the monthly pay. So those are, that's pretty much it. So it's very important for you to do this and have this done so that you will get paid. This is the only way that Nu Skin will be paying you, is direct deposit.
Awesome. So we're moving on to what is our system. So in order to really be successful in Nu Skin, and our team leaders have already established a system, a success system, so that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. So the system has 3 parts. The flow chart really is our workflow, and the event cycle, which is very important. This is like going to school. And that is the event cycle that for your daily work, weekly work, monthly, quarterly, and annually, as well as the success habits. So we're going to cover today on the workflow part of it. We will cover the goals and how to create contact list. So this is on the left-hand side corner here. How to create your contact list, how to invite, and how to present the business. And we will also cover a little bit on the habits, the success habit side as well. So first of all, how to set your goals. So the guideline for setting goals is to do a Be Smart goal. And what that means is that you begin with the end in mind. And what that means is that you begin with the end result that you want to achieve. So be that as, for example, when you join Nu Skin, some people join Nu Skin because they want complete financial freedom, and so they're looking at $10,000 or $50,000 a month. So with that end result in mind, and you set that goal, and you need to be very specific. So it's like you're driving in a car, you are putting in your destination on your GPS. If you don't have a destination in mind, what are the chances of you getting to where you want to go? Probably none.
You're driving in circles.
Driving in circles because you have no idea where you're going. So first of all, begin with where you want to be, that final destination. Be it a Team Elite Platinum 4-star, or be it at $10,000 a month, or be it at $2,000 a month, whatever goal you want to set, that best fit for your life and your family. And also be very specific, because some people said, yeah, I just want financial freedom. What does that look like? For some people, it's 2,000 maybe. For some people, maybe it's 500. So different people have different circumstances. So be very specific so that you can measure your success. And that's why the next one is measurable, the M for measurable, so that you can measure whether or not you achieved your goals or not. And it needs to be attainable. For example, you can say, I want to become Ruby in 1 year by December 31st, 2020. That is attainable. You know, I was going to say that,
or even money goals, right? If
Yeah.
you say I want to make you know, $1 million this year, where the most money you've ever made was $500.
yeah.
It's
So
really
that's not very
attainable.
attainable, right? So set a goal that is little out of your reach, and that's what the risk stands for. It's a goal that you have to be uncomfortable. You have to push your limit a little bit. You have to break through your limitations, your limiting thoughts. You have to be really uncomfortable, but yet it is still possible. Okay,
Yeah.
Not a complete impossible goal. You want to set a risky goal, but attainable, and set a timeline.
And I think Alan always say, when you set a money goal, to always set it 2 to 3 times what. 2 times.
Yeah, double what you've made, the most that you've made in the period. So if the most you've made in the period is 5,000, for example, then you want to set the goal as to start with 10,000. Okay,
then it's
so
a bit of a reach.
Exactly,
and
the timeline, so that you can measure whether or not you have achieved the goal, you know, at the set time that is
yeah. Okay. So also timeline. The reason why we want to set a time is because as human, we're procrastinators.
Yes.
We weren't procrastinating, but we were busy doing, other things. But when you have a timeline, you just do it. You do whatever it takes.
Well, you hold yourself accountable too, right? It makes you kind of nervous. If you don't set a timeline, it's like, okay, whenever I have a chance to do it, I'll do it. I'm not really accountable for it. So when you set a timeline, you really set up that accountability for yourself, and also for your support group, for your team, and for your leader to be able to support you, to keep you accountable for your goals. So some examples of goals, for example, are personal goals. For example, if you have time and money, because that is the number one objections that we get from new people, is that I don't have time and I don't have the money to do this. So one of the personal goals that you want to look at is, if you don't have those two obstacles, if you have all the money and all the time in the world, what would you like to do? And a lot of people never really think about that. They never even think the possibility of having that freedom to never have to worry about money and time again. And what does my life look like? And that question really helped people to think about, what is their dream? What does their dream life look like? I don't have to worry about money or time. What does my life look like? And really that helps them to open their mind and to start setting some goals. And
really doing that is being able to see beyond what is.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when we only look at what is the present situation, we're stuck. We're stuck, and
we'll keep getting what is because that is what we focus on, right? So what we persist, or is it what it persists?
What we resist.
What we resist persists. But in this case, if we just focus on what is, Alan always teaches, what isn't is more important than what is. Focus on the end result of what you want and what you desire for your life. And when you spend that energy and that focus on that, that is the reality you will attain. And so the next one is, what are your top oh, we have a spelling error. What are your top 5 goals that you must achieve this year? So really set some, solid
Goals for yourself, and when you're looking at goal setting, you want to be more balanced so that you feel more fulfilled instead of just being making all the money and then you leave your family and
Exactly.
relationships. So setting goals, we tend to have, what I like to look at is the peace of mind square.
Yeah.
The 4 quadrant, your contribution. How do you want to contribute, right?
To the community, to the world,
to the
society,
to your family,
yeah.
Even, right? Yeah. Relationship goals,
mm-hmm.
right? What are, what relationships do you want to establish or foster
with your family,
and
or
enhance
with your partner,
yes,
or in your business with your colleagues, and
physical goals.
Yeah, physical goals.
I think it's important when you're setting. It's important to set goals in all these different areas, because when you're, and it's important to say you want to be, healthy and exercise. Maybe it's just a goal to exercise 3 times a week, right? Maybe it's a goal to lose 5 pounds. Whatever it is, it's just to keep your body healthy. A goal could also be make sure you eat healthy 5 days out of 7. Yeah. Right. And so that is also important. And then a mental goal, which is creating money. How much money do you want to create?
Yes, I think most of us are, a lot of us, I shouldn't say most, a lot of us are kind of workaholics, but most of us are really focused on work, on career, and we tend to kind of lose focus, or not pay as much attention to the other areas in our lives. So this is really to give you an opportunity to take a look, to balance our life, and how to work-life balance, mm-hmm. and also to align our goals. It's not this or that, but instead it's this and that. So have that and conversation with yourself instead of the or, either I have this or I have that. I have to sacrifice this for that. No, it is set your goals that are in alignment with each other so that you can have and conversation. And also, last but not least, what are the changes that you're willing to make to achieve your goals? Because to achieve something that a result that we don't have in our life right now, we must do something different. We must change in order to get that result that we never had before. Mm-hmm. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result, right? So I like to expecting a different result. So I like to use the example is like, I make cheesecake and I put cream cheese and sugar and raspberry or eggs or whatever, mix it up and throw it in the oven every time. It's not gonna come out a chicken, right? So if we do the same thing over and over again, we're not gonna have a different result. So really, if you decide to want a different result in your life, you must be willing to make changes. Make changes to what you're doing right now. Make changes to the routine that you're doing right now in order to have something that you've never had before. But the commitment is the willingness to make that change. And ask yourself, what are the changes I'm willing to make? Be it, okay, maybe I'm not gonna, go right to take a nap when I come back from work. And instead, maybe I will spend half an hour, making some calls, or, maybe I'm going to spend half an hour doing masks and spas before I go to bed, so I can be a product of the product, instead of jumping into bed and watch TV. Those kind of changes, Alan always say the baby steps. We make baby steps, and what did he say? 5%. Okay, 5% change. Yeah. And even just that little bit of change, and day by day, and you will see incredible that coming to your life.
Yeah, and also when you're making changes, it will be uncomfortable because it's not what you're used to out of your normal routine. So expect that. And when you expect that, then it's easy to make those changes. If then you know, right? It's managing your expectation. If you're expecting it's going to be uncomfortable, it's okay. Push through it.
Yes.
Just say, okay, you know what, I'm going to do it.
Nothing in life that's. I'm sorry. Oh, can you please mute yourself? Silencio su celular, por favor. Hola. Let me see if I can silence that person. Oops. I know I can't get rid of it now. Here we go. Okay, sorry about that. So that's some of our personal goals that we can set. As far as business goals, so the first thing you want to ask them with a new person is that what and when is your next event? So it could be a spa party, or it could be a BB, a business briefing, or RDO, or it could be a kickoff event, or for example, a launch Zoom call, or the Facebook Live call, and to get them connected to the system. Or for example, we're going to the kickoff in Peru next week. So that is something that maybe that is their next event, to the kickoff event. So this is very important to get the new person started with. That is that, you need to have a plan for them so that they can engage immediately with some activities to start building their business. Because the excitement and the enthusiasm of a new person, you want to keep that energy going by getting them connected to the next event. Yes. So we're going to talk about the 6 exposure rule later, but this is really part of the 6 exposure rule, because a new person is not really in Nu Skin until they've had at least 6 exposures. So that 6 exposure could be, a spa party next time, or the RDO or the business briefing next time, or, any of the Facebook Live calls or the Zoom calls that we do every day. Now with the daily calls that we have, it's very easy to get them 6 exposures within a week.
And the next event could also be the 48-hour training.
Exactly. Or this fast start training, right? So also you want to ask them how many hours per week they can commit to Nu Skin. So a lot of people are starting Nu Skin part-time because they have a job or they have a business. So their schedules are very full. So how do you help them to put a wedge, Alan calls it, put a wedge into their already busy schedule and slide the time to build Nu Skin? This is part-time, right? If you're building Nu Skin part-time, there's a difference between part-time and spare time. Spare time is, okay, I'm still doing my full-time thing. And when I feel like it, when I have some time, and when I feel like it, I will do Nu Skin. That's spare time. Part-time is that you actually have a fixed schedule. You write down your schedule, Monday to Friday, this time to this time, it is Nu Skin, as if you're going to a part-time job. You ain't gonna say, okay, today I don't feel like I'm not going, okay, maybe tomorrow. No, you have a fixed schedule. And that is really part of the commitment and part of the discipline, so that you have a schedule. I remember when I first started, right before I went full-time, Alan gave me a schedule, and he said, even if you quit your job and you're doing Nu Skin full-time, you're gonna make your day is gonna be the same as if you were still going to the office. So you don't say, okay, now I don't have a job anymore, I'm gonna sleep till 10 o'clock or sleep till noon, get up and feel like doing Nu Skin. No, if you were going to work every day, getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, going to work at 8 o'clock, you do that even if you don't have the job anymore and you're doing just Nu Skin, you still get up at 6 and you're all ready to go in front of your computer or in front of your phone, making your calls at 8 or getting on the call at 8 for the conference call, whatever. Your work day for Nu Skin will be the same as if you were going to work at a job.
Yeah, and we understand that a lot of people, majority of the people are doing it part-time.
Yes.
So what you will want to do is write out your schedule, right? What time, when do I take care of the kids? When I have to cook dinner? When do you have to be at work? And then you slot in the Nu Skin time, but you need to commit to that and say, this is when I'm doing Nu Skin.
Exactly.
And so, you know, when you're helping a new person get started, write that schedule with them.
Exactly. And that will be within your 48-hour training with your new distributor or new affiliate. That's one of the things you want to do with them, so that they know what their schedule, when they will have time to do Nu Skin and what their schedule look like, and you can also keep them accountable. So a lot of the new people, they struggle with the volume every month, and that's because they don't really have a schedule that keep them accountable to do Nu Skin at those times. They do it when it's convenient. Okay, that's the word I was looking for. They do it when it's convenient, and so they're not doing their 3-3s every day. And of course, you're gonna struggle. So if you do your 3-3s every day, and you're not going to be struggling, because 3-3s every day, that's 90 per month, and out of 90, that whatever the volume, or for example 2,000, is not going to be a huge struggle. And how many, so next, of course, we talk about, you know, how many presentations a week. The 3-3s is for part-time. So I remember when I first started, and I was doing it part-time, but I made the mistake of doing it spare time. So obviously I was not doing my 3-3s. And when we were getting training on, you know, the success habits of doing 3-3s, and I was told that the 3-3 is for somebody who's part-time. And I remember thinking, what? I do 3-3s every day, and how am I supposed to do that? But you know what? That is the minimum amount of work you need to do. It really requires you to really step outside of your comfort zone. And for me at that time, it was really uncomfortable, because imagine I was working in an office 20 years. I don't talk to nobody. And it was very uncomfortable for me to, you know, approach anybody to talk about anything, you know. But at that time, as a new person, it's as if I'm wearing this big sign on my forehead, and it's this thing hanging over my head, thinking, okay, everybody I meet, I need to talk to them. How am I going to talk to them about Nu Skin? How am I going to talk to them about this product to help them lose weight? How am I going to tell them, hey, you know, you're overweight, I can help you, you know? But really, it's not about that. But through the practice and through doing the work, you realize it's not about that. The 3-3s a day, a lot of the time, you're really building relationship. You're building that relationship to care and understand what situation the other person is in. And only by understanding that, you can understand whether or not Nu Skin is a vehicle that can help them.
So we're there to serve. We're there to support. And
We're here to serve. We're here to share and to offer something that would help the person.
Offer a solution.
Offer solution, exactly. Yeah. And not we're there to sell them something. That is a very, very important key to remember. And I know it's hard for new people to remember that, and you're probably gonna have to go through what you need to go through to get to that point, but I really wanna point that out for you right now, so you keep it in your mind. You know, don't focus on what am I going to sell them, how am I going to sell them. Instead, focus on how can I help them, how can I serve them and help them improve their life and give them the solution that they're looking for. And also set a goal. You know, what is the volume you want per month? And that really starts with what income you want. So we have the Angelica spreadsheet, which we're not going to have time to cover that today, is set your financial goal for the month. What is your goal? And then work your way back to what is the volume you need in your group. Anything you want to add?
No, that's good. So how much income?
I think it should be the other way around.
Yeah, and I think also when you're setting goals, you want to work backwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your monthly, this is how much you want to create a month, how much money you want to make a month. Then you work backwards and say, so that means every week I need to create how much volume, and then based on that, then how much volume do you need to create per day?
Yeah. So, and also you can also, after a while, you kind of understand what is your closing rate. So for example, of every 5 people you talk to, 1 people sign up, for example. So you know that, okay, 1 out of 5, which is 20%. So if my closing rate is 20%, then you can work your way back to, okay, how many people I need to talk to get this many signups, this much volume, and this much income for the month. You understand? So raise your hand if you have any questions or you want to cut in, or you can just unmute yourself and cut in anytime, okay? So this is some interesting statistics from Brigham Young University. And so the percentage of people who actually follow through on their goals. So these are kind of interesting to know, because for you to know that, it will help you to support your new person, okay? And to also kind of check yourself, you know, what is your response when you set your goal? It's like, oh, this is a good idea, okay? Usually people that kind of response is 10% of them will actually follow through. They're not really committed. They just, oh, okay, sounds good, but you know, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to go through it. Now, the people that actually say, okay, I'm going to do it, and only 25 still, only 25% of these people would actually follow through. Can you believe it?
And that sounds like a huge commitment.
I know, I will do it. Right, but just so you know, so you are prepared. So you're not gonna, you know, be devastated if you're a new person who said, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and ended up they don't really do anything that they say they will do.
Or for yourself.
Or for yourself. And you know, okay, statistically, only 25% of the people in that category will actually follow through. Now, for the people that say, okay, I'm gonna do it by this date. For example, I'm gonna qualify for Waikiki by March 31st, for example, okay? So when the person make that kind of commitment, and you know what, is really, that timeline is really scary. Setting that timeline is like psychologically really setting that accountability. You're like, okay, I really need to do it by that time. So actually 40% of people in that category will actually follow through on taking action and getting their goals. Now, if the person actually set a plan, for example, they actually write down, okay, so Monday to Friday, I'm going to be spending this time to this time doing Nu Skin, and I'm gonna do, you know, 2 spa parties every week, and I'm gonna get it on the call every day. And if I'm at work and cannot get on the call, I'm going to, you know, watch the recording when I get home. So, and when they actually set a plan, get this, only 50% of them follow through. So if you tell somebody, for example, you tell your kids, I'm taking you to Waikiki in October. Yes. Okay, mommy's gonna win this success trip. Wow, you just added another layer of accountability to hold yourself accountable to really get that done. Otherwise, your kid's gonna kill you. Right?
And you know what? For me, this is a huge factor, and I've done that, and the kids are like, okay, Mom, why are you home? Why are you not
go do some more
why
demos.
are you not doing meetings? Why are you not doing presentations? So they will hold you accountable when, you know, they're excited to go too.
Yes, and you know, unlike my kids, they travel so much they don't care.
Well,
but
no,
you know,
that's not true.
Yeah,
because my son saying to me, you know, because the past couple of years I haven't really done very much and haven't really qualified for any trips. And they're saying, Mom, how come you're not, why are we not doing any Nu Skin trip? I said, we still travel because I take my kids traveling all the time. And they're like, it's not the same.
I know, it's not the same.
Nu Skin trip and our own holidays are not the same, and they know it. As kids, they still know it.
Yeah, so if you're really serious about going and, you know, getting your goal and or going to the next success trip, you tell your kids and promise them you're gonna take them, and that will really light up some fire under you.
Yes.
Right? So what is really somebody who are seriously 95% of the people in this category will actually follow through is the person that will set a specific timeline and to report, you know, to checklist, to the check mark, or what do you call it? Your progress. Okay, so they can look at it's kind of like forecast, right? I said I'm gonna achieve it by March 31st. So now it's beginning of February. Where am I? So when you check and balance yourself periodically, 95% of the people in this category really follow through on their goals.
And what I suggest doing is creating accountability groups.
Absolutely.
Like what Alan talks about, you know, the month-end blitz. But instead of doing just month-end blitz, if you are really serious about accomplishing certain goals, get some people together and do daily accountability calls and mastermind calls. And, you know, then when you report your progress, then it's easier because the next day you say, okay, I get this. And then you get the energy from everyone else who's accomplishing their goals. And so when you will be inspired by them when you're not, you know, maybe you had a day that, you know, you're feeling bad. And when you have your accountability and say, okay, you know, this person is saying they've done all their goals and reach all their goals. And the next person, 5 people were saying it, they're like, okay, if they cannot do it, I can do it. And it's a great way to have that accountability. Maybe even once a day you check in with each other.
Well, it's kind of like, you know, you're working out in the gym, and if you have a workout partner, or if you're running on the what do you call it, the track, and you have a running partner, it really gives you that extra boost to keep going and reach your goal. So we start setting your goals, and our next step will be to create your contact list. So how do you create your contact list? And it's what we call the FFBC, which is your friends, your family, your business contacts from work or from your business association or your clubs or your groups, and in your community. Example, your church or your moms at school group. So this is where you want to take a look, because if you just think about, okay, who is it? It's kind of hard to really nail down who. But if you can't put them in these categories, it's easier to jog your memory. You know, who in your friends group that are very positive, very motivated. You know, just like happy, positive energy, very entrepreneurial, strong business people. And so that kind of helps you to jog your memory, who those contacts that you could start approach and share this opportunity. Same with people in your family who are the most strong entrepreneurs in your family. Could be distant family as well. So it really gives you helps you to start think about who might be the right candidate that you can start approaching to share.
And so the next part, what we would like you to do is we're going to create your 20 contacts based on the above categories.
Right now.
Right at this moment. So
yes.
All of you take out a piece of paper. If you're not already writing notes, let's start with the friends list. And I suggest—
So 20 is really 5 in each category, okay? Because we didn't ask you to do 120, just 20. So put 5 in your friends category, 5, your top 5, okay? So you're really creating your top 5 list. But except this top 5 is in each category, okay? So your top 5 in your friends category, top 5 in your family, and top 5 in your business contacts, and could be your I was gonna say your gardener or your, the people that delivers produce to your grocery, or they're just people who are very entrepreneurial.
Okay, let's go through each of the categories. Let's look at friends, and so let's do that. Let's do some mind jogs, right? They look at friends. Who of all your friends is very entrepreneurial?
Well, or they're like realtors, people that are in real estate, people that are in insurance, in banking, small business owners.
And, someone who loves health, someone who loves beauty and loves to take care of themselves. Who do you know?
Who loves to travel.
Yes, who loves to travel, who likes to try new things, and who's very, of all your friends. And so write that list. Right? Who did you go to high school with? Who was the most popular person in high school? Who is the most, positive person that you worked, at university or college? So go through that list. Okay, do you all have your minimum 5 in that category? And also, when you do that with your, when you set that up, what you would want to do is actually have, that's basically would help you start off creating 4 lines, right? And so then you look at that list and you say, of all the friends, who's the most influential, who works together, who knows each other? Then you look at who's the most influential of all of them. So you would talk to that person first. Then you say, okay, let's, this person, okay, yeah, I want to sign up. Then what you do is then you say, let's talk to Angie. Together, let's talk to Angie. And then you then sign Angie up under, Sue. Right? So then when you do that, you're driving the line and you're working synergistically together, and you're creating a different type of energy. Okay. And then now look at family. Then you have family. Who in your family is very entrepreneurial? Who's very positive? Who's the most influential person in the family? The person that everybody will follow, and who's a trendsetter in your family. Those are really good triggers. Who is in one of the family member who likes to do business, who likes to do marketing. Who's that? Who's the, go to a party. This is the life of the party, right? Who likes to travel. So look at that in your family. And then again, you do the same thing. Now, business contacts, right? Who maybe start off with people at work if you have a job. Who's your, who's really fun at work that you could basically work with, right? Who do you work with? And so going through that list, and it's community.
You need to tell people to mute their phones.
Yes, please. The new ones that anybody that just joined the call, please mute your phone. Thank you.
You just unmute. No? Oh, you need to. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna, do you need a few more minutes to finish your top 20 contacts? And this is really awesome, because this is gonna help you. This is February 1st, right? This is gonna help you get your month started, okay? Start with these top 5 in each category.
And we'll be doing this training every
month.
Every first Saturday of the month. Okay.
Okay, so we're just gonna give you maybe another 5 minutes. So it's Pacific.
So one of the things I have done with this part of the training is when I'm doing this training live, I have a little present, like maybe a pearl or something small, like that nano maybe. And when they come up with their list of 20, They run up to the front. I check their list and I give them a little prize. And it's amazing how fast you can get this done. I mean, I usually start a stopwatch, and most people take 3 minutes to do it.
Yes.
And it took, I think, me, years in Nu Skin to figure this out. So what happened for me was, people used to take hours to do their top 20 list, and I now can get it in less than 3 minutes. You got a lot of new people coming on to the call, so you guys can keep on moving. It's pretty good. I'm sending out notices and things like that right now.
Who's got their 20? Who's got the 20? We want to hear. We want to see.
Boy, raise their hand.
This is about really participation, or let us know that you've got your 20. Minimum 20.
Janet, yay, Janet. Well, Janet, you're going to have a prize when I come back to LA.
Woohoo! Because this is it with this business, right? This business is about doing
and have fun.
And have fun doing it. Not just because a lot of people, they go to training and they go to training and they go to training and they have the same results. Why is that? Because they're not applying themselves and not applying.
They are permanent students.
Yes, and Bruce Lee said, knowing is not enough. You must apply.
Yes.
You must do, right? And if you don't do, then you're going to end up gathering information. Knowledge is potential information, but potential means potential, right? It's wasted knowledge.
So, if it's not applied.
Yeah, so you need to apply this, actually participate and write your list.
So 1 more minute, we're coming up to the 9:30 mark, and we're gonna move on. So this will really help you with this list of 20 to really help you kickstart your February month. And really, I would, encourage everybody to really keep that end result in mind and share with them this exciting opportunity to win a trip to Hawaii, Waikiki.
Yes.
And, so your approach, this makes it so much easier when you approach your top 5 and say, do you want a free trip to Waikiki? The Hilton Waikiki Village. Sorry, that was my dad.
And also when you think of, those of you, we say 20, a list of 20. But if you created 20 already, don't just sit there and wait. Create another 20, right? It's about going more, doing a little bit more, and going beyond what is asked.
And also a lot of my team, some of my team will ask me, I don't have that many people in my phone. I don't have that many people contacts in my phone. How am I supposed to, get a list of 20 or get a 3 calls every day? I run out of people. One of the things that Dean Nguyen, who's the 4-star platinum team elite, and one of the things he said was that your list never ends. You will always have a living live list, because you started with just 20, but each one of those 20 would have at least 5 contacts, 5 friends that they could possibly introduce you to. So that's 100. So your list will never end, because everybody have friends and everybody can give you a few referrals. So keep that in mind and have that mindset of abundance and when you build your list. So we're gonna move on. So now that you're done your list, contact list for your top 5, now we're gonna move on to how to really use your circle of influence. So what that means is that you wanna look for the person that are the most influential in their circle of influence. So what that means is that, for example, one of Alan's executive, I think Aruna Key, right? Mm-hmm. She's a spiritual leader, and when she hosts a meeting, she has literally thousands of people follow her, and not only physically at the meeting with her, but also online. Mm-hmm. So that influence, when she says go and everybody follows, you know, who, you know, you might not know somebody who has influence over thousands, but think who you know that has the most influence in their circle of friends.
So really that one person that you know, which is the center of influence, now becomes thousands.
Exactly.
So how do you run out of contacts?
Exactly. Right? And also find a person that other people want to do business with. And usually that person, what does that person look like? Is that he's most of the time smiling and happy and just making friends with everybody, and they're just like the center of attention or the light of the party every time, you know, just a really happy, easygoing kind of a person, but smart, right? And so really, if you look at successful people, there's something you can really, if you pay attention, there's something you can find in common in those people who are successful. Is the number one thing you can find in common is that they are always positive and they're always have a big smile on their face, right? It is the mindset, right? So we're gonna touch upon that later on the mindset. But so at this point here, so find a person that others will want to do business with. And that's also somebody who is very trustworthy, right? Somebody who's very honest, somebody is, you know, has values and integrity that, you know, everybody want to do business with them because they are honest, you know, not only positive, but honest. So who do you know fits that description? As well, remember that you're not just finding a person, but you are looking at their circle of influence, their referrals. So this is how you drive the line and build deep. You know, when I first started, Sherry Long told me, my upline told me, you know, it is wide for show and deep for dough. And at that time, I didn't quite understand why, but I get it now. So when I first went to Mexico about 4 years ago, and you know, I was cold prospecting at airports and in coffee shops, and you know, and Alan told me, drive the line, drive it so deep, drive it all the way to the center of earth. And I remember that so clearly. And at that time, I remember I was sitting in the Uber when he told me that, and he was in the front end when he said that, and I was thinking, drive to the center of the earth. Wow, really? Like, why? What's the point? Because I still didn't quite understand, but now I get it. Drive your lines. You want a solid organization, you want a solid business, you want a long-term business, drive that line as deep as you can to the center, the core of the earth.
And then, like Alan always say, the fire burns up.
Yes.
So you find someone at the center of the earth who's burning with, you know, desire and drive, right? Then what's going to happen is going to drive everyone, you know, above and get them on fire.
Yes, absolutely. So here are some of the methods that you could use. Of course, most people start with their warm contacts. So they're people that you know, your friends, your family, your colleagues. So those are your warm contacts. And also, for example, your circle of influence could be where you are maybe like the chairman of the moms club for kids at school, you know, that you have some circle, you have some influence over. And also just some acquaintances, you know, not necessarily friends, but people that you know, talk to once in a while, that you meet, you know them, but you're not really friends with them yet, those acquaintances. And also all the time, walking and talking. And I know that is very difficult for most new people. When I first started, definitely that was not something I would do because it's completely uncomfortable. But remember, somebody one time told me, you know, she goes, my mouth is my business. So when my mouth is open and talking, my business is open. When I close my mouth, my business is closed. Okay. So you decide, do you want your business closed all the time? Or you want to have an open, a running business. Yeah, your business is open and ready for business all the time.
You know, I say with walking and talking is the scariest for a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely.
And how you can do is baby step. So
Yes.
what you can do first, if you're really scared and don't like talking to people, don't like looking at people, you know, first step is,
Facebook.
you know, no, first step is really just when you're, you know, at the grocery store, just
Say hi.
Just
Compliment
even
somebody.
don't even say hi yet. Just smile. Look at them and smile. And that's it. That's all you need to do for 1 week. Then the following week, look at them, smile, then say, hi, how are you?
Baby
How's your day? Then you know, the next week, you may say, oh, hey, how are you doing? I love your hairstyle. Be genuine about it.
Yeah.
Right? And just start that conversation. And eventually, you will get more and more comfortable.
Actually, you know, to make it easier for me, it's actually a lot easier to just start with a compliment. Mm-hmm. With a stranger instead of say hi, how are you? It's kind of weird. Are you psycho? Why are you saying hi to me? But instead, you know, just compliment, right? Like, wow, I love your shoes, or wow, I love that, you know, your what bright socks you have, you know, for example. And yeah, I love that jacket. Where do you get it? It's a lot easier with those compliment and comment. It's a lot easier to break the ice, and instantly you will see the person will instantly be like light up with a smile.
The wall goes down.
Yeah, the wall goes down. So if you start with a compliment instead of the, you know, hi, how are you, kind of creepy kind of approach, the compliment really melts the ice and breaks down the wall.
And the other thing too is when you're doing that, and you know what? This is how you know if this is a person is approachable or not. You just look at them, you smile, and they look away, then obviously you don't want to work with someone like that, right? And so if they smile back and they're approachable, then, you know, there's what they call it, they're red, and they're nice people, they're positive people. We want to work with positive people.
And it's a lot easier to just get the conversation started.
And so, yeah, set a goal every day to smile at 5 people.
3 people, minimum, right? Remember 3 threes, the 3 new contacts, that's how you get them. And you know, last but not the least, cold market. Now with social media, you know, with Facebook, Instagram, and all that, it makes it so much easier to cold prospect the cold market. You know, you can befriend, you know, one of my distributor, actually, no, she was from Chile, and she told me every day she will add 50 people on Facebook. She will befriend 50 people on Facebook. And so that just makes it so much easier. And I asked her, like, so how do you start? Which 50? Like, how do you just go randomly? So what she does is that she go to her people who are already friends with her. So she know what kind of people they are. And then she look at their friend list. Okay. And then look at whose category, whose profile that are, you know, positive and you know, and that fits kind of the category of people that we want to work with, who are positive, good, happy people. So, and then she will send them friend requests, and then it's a lot easier for them to accept your friend request because you're already friend of their friend.
So what I like to do on social media, on Facebook, is what I do is when I send a friend request, I always send it with a message. So I say, hey, hope you don't mind the friend request. We have a few common friends, and I love connecting with like-minded people. And then they're like, instead of just sending a friend request, they're going like, who the heck is this?
Creepy.
Send them a message. Another really way to tap into other people's, you know, we're talking about the sphere of influence is, for example, one of my my Facebook friend, I actually met on Facebook, but she's very, very influential. And she actually has a huge following and very active on Facebook. So I actually got together with her and we had lunch. And during that time, I do a post. My post, I would actually tag her. And so the people who actually respond to that post, now I'm tapping into her market, her influence. The people who actually tap into that post or who like the post or comment on the post, then now I would send a friend request. And I say, hi, you know, hope you don't mind the friend request. I always say that. And people always say no. No, of course not, right? But say, hope you don't mind the friend request. I'm a friend of this person. And most likely they will accept your friend request. And then you're having conversations on Facebook, on Messenger.
Yeah, and all of a sudden your contact list just expanded by dozens.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. I'm learning,
So,
training.
No, it's not Jojo.
No.
okay, we need you to please mute your phone.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so here are some examples of how to approach your cold market contacts. So
After making the initial.
Yeah, of course. After making the initial connection, initial introduction, here's some of the examples that you could use to start sharing. So for example, are you open to new opportunities, or would you like to make extra income outside of what you're doing? Another good example is, because a lot of people say, I don't have time, I'm so busy. Well, if I have a way for you to have more time, would you be interested, or would you be open to listen? Would you be open to take a look, right? Another objection, people will be, so I don't have money. Well, how long has that been? How long have you been in the situation that you don't have money, right? So if I have a way for you to make extra income, would you be open to take a look? So these are some of the examples that you could use to approach your cold market. And also, some people is like, okay, I love to travel, and so I don't have time. I'm traveling a lot, and I love that what I do, and I don't have time to do another business and add that to my plate. So you could approach, if I have a business that will allow you to travel. So remember the and conversation, right? It's not, okay, I either travel or I work for business, but instead it's, I can travel and I can do business. And one of the biggest advantage of Nu Skin, for a lot of people who are working at a job or even just doing Nu Skin full time, and that is the benefit of writing off your expenses as a self-employed entrepreneur, because the government will allow you. So when you're traveling and you're talking to people on the plane, you can write off that trip, write off that flight, that plane fare, right? And that is to me, when I first was I was doing part-time, right? So for me, I was able to get literally thousands of dollars of tax refund every year because of that, because I was able to write off my write off my travel, write off my meals, and that is a real benefit for a lot of people, because employees, they pay huge amount of taxes from their income from their job. But with a part-time business of Nu Skin, you're able to write off some of your expenses and reduce your taxes.
Well, and what I suggest you do is talk to your accountant, so you know
what are the categories,
and what you can and cannot do, because
Absolutely.
we're not accountants, and so we can't tell you. So do talk to your accountant.
No, we can't tell you exactly what's the percentage, but yes, definitely you can write off some of your expenses.
Let's go back to, can you just go back to the cold market for a second? I wanted to. Okay, so also when you're doing cold market, you're thinking, how do I know what to talk to them about, right? Do I ask about money or time? And so how you know what to talk to them is when you use form. When you're having conversation with people, you genuinely want to know about them, and so you ask them about form, family, you talk about occupation, talk about the recreation and the motivation or money. So when you talk to them and you're chatting with them and you see a sparkle in their eyes, they say, oh, I love to travel and this, I was here, then then you can approach them with the travel approach.
Absolutely.
Right? And they're talking about kids and stressful and working and having full-time work and having to take care of kids, then you know to talk about, you know, if I have, you know, if I have something that will allow you to be home with your kids and spend more time with the kids, would you be open to look at it?
Absolutely.
Then you know what motivates them. So that's very important when you're talking to people.
It's find their, what do you call it? It's find their pain.
Yes, find their pain.
So when you find their pain or find their motivation
or find their
joy, then that is the key where you enter. That will be your entry point to bring that up, really, to offer the solution, to offer how Nu Skin can be of service to address that pain or to provide more joy in that area.
Yeah.
So how do you really invite? Okay, so there are a few things that are in the art of inviting. So remember that the invite is like a movie trailer. Okay, you don't play the whole movie, because once if you talk about the whole thing on the phone, that's it. They don't want to see you, because it's like you played the whole movie. I don't want to see the movie anymore, right? So the trailer should be just brief enough, yet have some key points that will create curiosity, you know. So if you know their point of joy or their point of pain, you could use that in your approach. So for example, I was talking to one of my distributor in Mexico, and her son happened to be there. Her son is 24, 25. He happened to be there, and but he was totally not interested in the business at that time. But I started talking with him, and he was taking some cooking classes or whatever. So I said, you know, what do you like about cooking? Oh yeah, he said, he was working at the call center, and then now he decided to quit his job and go take some cooking classes. So I said, you know, why you decide to do cooking? Because he said, because it's something different and I love to challenge myself. So that was my entry point. It's like, oh wow, that's so awesome. So like if there's a dream job that will allow you to challenge yourself and trying something new, are you open to take a look? And he said, yeah, because he just told me he wants something challenging and something new, right? And he said, yeah. So I said, well, you know, we have this opportunity, and this is what you can do on social media. And at the end of the conversation, he was in. He was super excited to get started. So communicate and talk and converse with your prospect, and only by doing the form you will be able to find their point of joy or their point of pain, which will be your entry point. And so in your movie trailer, in your invite, create that curiosity so that they will be interested and willing to come and learn more about it and to listen. So of course, they're gonna have a lot of questions. Don't satisfy their questions on the phone, because remember, when you do, and once you start, it won't stop. You're just gonna play the whole movie on the phone. Don't do that. That is the key. And be very sincere and show genuine excitement, okay? Because people, it is not about what you say, it's about how you say it, okay? So if you're so excited about this opportunity, so imagine, for example, that, wow, for one day only, it is 100% guaranteed to win at Vegas. Doesn't matter what you play, okay? You could be the roulette or the what, I don't even know, the blackjack or the, okay, what is that? No, what is that thing that you throw the dice?
I have no idea.
I can't remember now. I'm not a gambler. But if there's somebody tell there's one day only in Vegas, it's 100% guaranteed to win. Oh my God. Imagine your excitement, right? And that excitement is contagious. So when you know you cannot lose, you will win for sure, guaranteed. And that is excitement. And people don't even remember what you said, but they remember your excitement. Your eyes are so big, right? And that they were like, I want to be part of that. So remember, that excitement. And remember, it is your energy and it is how you say it, not what you say. Okay, you could have the best, most incredible, unbelievable opportunity of a lifetime, but if you're when you're sharing it, you're like, okay, you know what, there's this thing and it's pretty cool. You know,
And you're like,
who wants to do that with you? They feel like
and
you're dragging their energy down, right? But if you're excited, like, hey, oh my God, guess what? You know, there's this incredible opportunity and we get to go to Hawaii for free. Oh my God, and you get to bring a guest, and oh my God, they can't help but get excited with you, right?
Yeah.
So
enthusiasm is contagious, and people want to hang out with
people who are
happy and positive and enthusiastic,
because they want to be happy and
yes, because
positive, right?
there's enough negativity
around us
in this world.
All the bad news on TV, that's enough. So when you're doing invite, it's very important to keep in mind the 5 C's. So what are the 5 C's? First of all, you need to clear the time. Okay, so the person could be, you know, cooking or changing diapers when you're calling. They're really not paying attention what you're saying, right? And you could be going on and all excited to, you know, scale 10, but the person is busy, right? So it's very important, first of all, clear the time. Hey, Carrie, do you have a few minutes to chat? Right, clear the time. Then you get the clearance, you get the green light. Okay, now we're gonna start talking. But start with a compliment. You know, for example, hey,
you're
Carrie,
breaking the ice.
yeah, you want to break the ice. Hey, Carrie, you know, I've always admired, you know, what an entrepreneur you are. You're always looking for new business opportunities, and I admire that so much. So when I, you know, this is the reason why I called. In fact, you're the first person that I called. You know, so that compliment really breaks the ice, and it really allows the person to. It's more likely the person will be open to listen.
When she said all that, I'm like, yeah, I feel good.
Yeah, and then they feel bad to say no if I want to continue, right? So they have to listen.
I feel so good when she was saying that. So that really
absolutely.
breaks the wall.
But also be sincere, right?
Yes.
You know, otherwise, you know,
because if I'm not driven,
you're not driven, then you'll be like, what are you talking about, right?
Yeah.
So be genuine and be real when you compliment. And again, remember to create that curiosity. Hey, you know, there's this new technology. It's super cool, and it makes my skin younger in just 2 minutes. And it's like, yeah, really, what is that? You know, but at that time, don't answer the question, right? Keep that curiosity so that they can come and see you, meet with you, do allow you to present and do a demo and present the business. So keep that curiosity. Therefore, it comes in that control. Okay, control yourself. Don't throw up all over them. Okay, don't this is what it is, and this is the company, and and this is such a big company, and this is big money. So avoid those kind of comments. Okay, control yourself and control your voice, your posture. Okay, you are a professional and you are an entrepreneur and you have something amazing that you want to share. And so
and you
that's
also
the
want to
4th C.
Yeah, you also want to control yourself because you want to have the opportunity to really explain to them and show them
what this is.
Yeah, the opportunity or the technology.
Yeah.
Because you can't do it through the phone.
Well, yes, you know, most people, I wouldn't say most, a lot of people probably have already heard of Nu Skin, right? So, but they really don't know Nu Skin. They just heard of Nu Skin. So, and that what they heard may not be all necessarily positive just because, you know, the internet is like a public, you know, restroom, right? So anybody can throw any dirt on the wall. So it is up to you to provide a true picture of what the company is. And you don't want the person to say no to you without having all the right information and without having all the facts. So this is the reason why you want to control yourself and create that curiosity so that you can give them the correct facts and the correct information so that they can make an intelligent decision with the facts. So, okay. So once you have that their commitment to meet with you or come on the calls or come on the Zoom call with you, or do a 3-way with your upline. You make that, secure that commitment with them with a time and a place. So if it's a Zoom call, so you commit the time and you make sure they have the information for the Zoom call, or if you're gonna meet with them face to face, you commit a time and the place where. So once you commit that time, make sure you repeat it back to them. So for example, it says, so Carrie, so we're gonna meet next Tuesday or Wednesday. Which one works better for you?
Tuesday.
Awesome. Would 3 o'clock in the afternoon will be better, or mornings are better for you?
Morning's better.
Perfect. So you notice you give them a choice to choose A or B instead of a yes or no. Okay. You never want to ask a yes or no question, because that gives them the opportunity to say a possible no. So if I say, do you want to come? And she could say no, right? Mm-hmm. Instead, you say, when do you want to come? Tuesday or Wednesday, morning or afternoon? And you make that commitment where? Starbucks by Country Hills?
Yeah, let's do that.
Perfect. So you repeat it back. I will see you next Tuesday morning, 10 o'clock at the Starbucks. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Now you get a double confirmation on the commitment, and this is really how you complete your invite.
And also, let me know if anything changed, but put it on your calendar. Right? Mm-hmm. That's another thing. Mm-hmm. And the commitment is also when you clear the time and they say, you know what? Yeah, it's a little busy. And so, when would be a good time for me to call back? That's also, you always end something with the next commitment.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Never a yes or no. So this is an example of how you clear times. And the compliment, right? So we kind of talked about that. So for example, hey Maria, I've always admired what you do and your success in your career, or your success in your business, or hey John, you're positive, you're always so positive, and that's always inspire me so much, that no matter what kind of situation you're in, you always have a smile on your face, and you're always positive. So
and the other one is also, hey Rose, I noticed you're so good at taking care of yourself and your skin, like always looking so radiant.
Yeah, because I use Nu Skin.
But, and you do that, and if you're looking, it depends on what approach and how your approach is with that person and what you want to share with them.
Absolutely. So here's an example of how to create a curiosity using some powerful words, like I like you to see an incredible new technology, and it's literally changing the face of the anti-aging market. And in just 2 minutes, the improvement in the skin is amazing. So you want to use the words like, exclusive, patented, unique technology, because that is what we have. We have no competition, because we are so far ahead, 30 years ahead of the competition, and their technology, that we have no competition, and we are still the first ones. Here in the US and Canada, we're still 1 in 1,000 percent market penetration. So we're the pioneers. This is the time to get in and get started. If everybody already heard about it, it is too late for you to get in. So be the first ones to launch the market, and I want to show you this amazing demo. So don't make it too long. Your invite should be no more than 3 minutes, and control yourself so that you don't satisfy their curiosity right there. So when if the person says, let me check my schedule, their commitment is about 25% that they will show up, and 35% of them are the ones that say, I will really try. No, there's no try. There's only do. Okay, I sound like Yoda. There's no try, only do. And even when they say, I will definitely come, really statistically only 50% of them will actually show up. So knowing these statistics helps you to manage your expectations. So when the people don't show up, you're not gonna be crushed and devastated. you know.
Yeah, and these statistics will also help you set goals. So,
Yes.
for example, you have a spa party that you'll be hosting, like Jim and Irene, they're hosting some spa parties tonight to this afternoon. So then if you know you have 10 people say, if you want to have 5 people at your spa party, that means you need to confirm 10 people, right? Because when 10 people say, yes, I'm coming, only 50% will show up. So therefore, it's good to manage and know how to manage that expectation so that you're not disappointed. If you have a spa party and your goal is to have five people and you only invite 5, right? You only invite 5, what will happen? Maybe, and they all confirm, you will end up statistically have 2 persons show up and maybe 1 person show up half, not on time, but like maybe, halfway through the event. So just know this, then you can manage your goals and how to do that. So there are some basic invites that you can do, right? There's a spa party invite. There's so many approach to inviting someone to look at the business or look at our technology.
So we have, the spa party, which is one of our most commonly used venue that has been very, very successful. And also we have, the model invite or the coffee culture, invite somebody to coffee and do a demo and present the business, or invite somebody who is a very high level business entrepreneur, and your invite will be a little different. So we're going to show you some example of how to invite to, for example, a spa party. So for example, my friend is having a spa party. Would you like to come with me? So it's very simple, right? So not too much information because you want to keep that curiosity.
And really, everybody loves getting spa'd and pampered, right?
Everybody loves to party.
Yeah. Combination spa and party.
So whoever's hosting, if you're hosting a spa party, make sure you have some finger food, some snack, because everybody loves that social aspect. Remember, this business, it's got to be fun too, right? You enjoy. Like last night, we had a spa party at my house, and it was fun. We were eating chicken wings and cheese and crackers, although I'm not supposed to be eating meat because I'm supposed to be a pescatarian. Baby Alan didn't hear that. So, but I kind of broke my rule and had a couple of chicken wings. But, it's about that atmosphere and that social environment, and you want to have fun. Who wants to do a business that's just work, and it just, slave drives everybody? You want to have fun while you are doing business and making it money.
And Rose is okay. We be flexible.
Yes.
Right? Don't be so
when it comes to chicken wing, no, just kidding. And so this is an example of a model invite. Okay. So for example, I just started a project with a company that's introducing a new technology that reduces wrinkles and fine lines in just 2 minutes. I tried it and it works. I need 5 models. The person will be very flattered if you think of them to be one of your models, right? Who will pick an ugly model, right? Mm-hmm. So if the person would think, okay, I must be pretty, I must be beautiful for her to consider me a model, right? They will be flattered. So would you be one of my models? Okay, I can either come over to your house or, let's go to a spa party. So make it fun, make it light, make it happy.
Yeah.
Okay,
I want to be a
model invite. Absolutely. and coffee culture, one of our mentor, Philip Chung, that's his way, the coffee culture, right? So if you do have coffee, how many times a day? If you have coffee every day, but every day with a different person, right? Then, it's that social aspects. Okay, so for example, hey Carrie, what you doing these days?
Hey, I just been busy work.
Oh my God, you're always working.
Yeah, I know.
I think you need to take a break.
Yeah,
I buy you coffee.
Okay.
Okay, how about tomorrow afternoon?
I can do 3:00.
Awesome. Let's go Starbucks.
Okay, see you there.
Or you know what? For Chinese, we don't really drink coffee, but we love dim sum, which is tea and food. You know, Chinese, we cannot live without food. So that's a very, very, very common and popular invite for Chinese is, hey, let's go for dim sum. Okay, everybody loves dim sum. And so that's your coffee. For Chinese, the coffee is dim sum. Okay? So for example,
but
you know what?
Dim sum 5 times a day. Though.
Yeah, I know. Well, not 5 times a day, but 5 times a week definitely is doable, right? So another example is, you know, I'm gonna be in your neighborhood on Friday. I would love to grab a coffee with you, you know, and let's do it. I'm gonna be in your neighborhood. I don't come to your neighborhood very often, and I would love to have a coffee with you. Let's go grab dim sum or grab a coffee. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, okay. Let me see. I can only do 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock is perfect. I will move anything just for you, Carrie Chan.
Oh, you're so sweet.
So remember, the coffee meetings are really for reconnecting, especially friends that you haven't talked to for a long time. You haven't seen them for a long time. You don't want to just like, okay, let's go for coffee, and you show up with your demo bag, and it's like, people people feel cheated. It's like, okay, the only reason you're calling me is because you want me to sell me something, right? So in those cases, or those situations, I would advise, and I've done that many times, to leave my dream bag. I've done that many times. I just leave my dream bag in the car. I go in, have coffee, and when the subject comes up, then I would just go to my car and grab my dream bag. So in the situation, like, you know, we're talking, we're doing the form, and the subject comes up like, oh yeah, I would love to try it. And I would say, oh really? Well, you know what? I happen to have it in the car. Let me go grab it, and I will do a demo for you right here. Now you can try it right now. So that is a lot more sincere than showing up with your demo bag,
with your flip chart,
with your flip chart, and the person will feel really cheated and used. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is for like reconnecting with long-term friends and people you haven't seen for a long time.
And that is really a misconception, or what people hate about network marketing that gives it a really bad name is that, you know, misleading, you know, and telling them, oh, come to my house for dinner, and then at dinner you are doing presentation and all of that. Like, be honest. Don't trick people. Okay, don't trick people. Your intention maybe, and maybe with this coffee culture, you don't end up doing a demo. Yeah. Right at the coffee, you just.
But it's okay. You're just connecting, and it's about follow up, and that's the one thing we should. Is the follow up. It's super important, because only 8%. So that's less than 10%. 8% of the people that you can close on the first exposure, which is your first meeting, right? So only 8%. So a lot of people, they feel really crushed. Oh my God, I just did this meeting and with this friend, and I did a demo, and then her face, you know, is all lifted and looked like she had a stroke. You know, she's so happy with the result, blah, blah, but she didn't buy. It's okay, because it's your first meeting. Remember, less than 10% of the people close at the first meeting. More than 80% is closed in your 6th, 5th, or the 6th, even 7th exposure. Okay, so it's all about the follow-up. Yeah. So remember, sorry.
I want to talk a little bit about coffee culture too. And what really with a coffee culture is, like we said, about connecting with people, finding out what's going on in their life. Exactly. You're asking questions, form, right? Do form.
Always form.
And then eventually they're going to ask you.
What are you doing right now?
What are you working on? What are you doing? How are things? This is your opportunity. And they say, if they say they're interested, then you say, hey, well, do you have 20 minutes? And, you know, how much time do you have? If they say, well, actually, they have to go in 5 minutes, then you say, hey, let's set up another time.
Yes.
Right? You want the opportunity to truly show them what it is about.
Yeah. You don't want to rush it.
Rushing will not
get
you.
And they don't pay attention anyway.
Will not get you, will not do the new skin opportunity or the new spa justice.
Yes.
Okay. So that's very important. So don't rush it and just connect. That's what this coffee culture is about. It's about building relationship, building trust, and reconnecting, so that you can introduce this and see, maybe this person may not even be open and may not even need may not see Nu Skin as a solution.
Yeah, and a lot of the contacts I've had, they are very high level, they're very successful, multi-millionaires already. And, you know, before that, I would think, oh, this person will never go do a demo. I don't think this person will ever do this business. But think behind this person, think their circle of influence is that, yes, maybe this is not for that person. And you can even say it like that, you know, Carrie, I know you're really successful in your business, and I know, you know, you're probably, you know, ready for retirement, and that you've already achieved, you know, financial freedom in your life. However, and I know this may not be for you, but I would love it if you can help me and introduce me to some of your friends or people that you know who are looking for a new opportunity. You know, would you be able to help me with that?
Yeah, actually, my niece is actually looking, and she's trying to decide what to do with her life. So she would be a good person you can talk to.
Awesome. I would love to do that. So you see, so it is not necessarily always the person in front of you that is the one that you want to engage into the business, but their circle of influence, their friends, their family, their colleagues, the people in their community. So keep that in mind, and again, manage your expectations. Don't be super crushed or super devastated or disappointed if the person in front of you is not decided not to do the business. It's okay. Remember the example with Patty Acosta, right? Alan always used that example. Patty Acosta came from a no. And now, you know, she is close to a $5 million circle. She has over 95% of the market penetration in Colombia, Chile, and Peru, you know, and all of that came from somebody who said no. And because that person said no, the distributor didn't give up and said, well, do you know somebody who might be interested? And then he wrote a name on a piece of paper. And from that person came another person, and finally came Patty Acosta. So never take a no at face value, okay? A no is not a no, okay? So.
Oh, and the other thing too, I like what you're saying about when you're talking to people, don't be attached to the result. All you're doing is sharing this gift. And what Gabby Bernstein talked about at the kickoff was amazing when she talks about the push energy.
Yes.
Right? Don't have that push energy, because people feel it. When you push, people will back out and repel. Right? So don't have that push energy. Be neutral, be excited, but be neutral to the result you want to create. Don't be attached to it. So if you become so attached to it, you actually become really pushy
and desperate. And you never want to have a desperate energy, because keep in mind, and to control your posture and keep your voice, is that we have an incredible opportunity. We have a gift. You must keep that in mind. We have a gift. This gift can help them improve their lives, and truly believe that. And once you believe that, you will not be attached to the result or to any kind of rejections or objections. Because you know what? Our job is only to share, to show you what we have, this incredible opportunity. But if it's not for you, it's okay. Thank you for your time. But if you know of somebody who might be interested, I would love you to help me and introduce that person to me. That is your energy. And with that energy, people love to help. You know, generally people are good people and they love to help. Yeah. So if you remain in that energy, that posture, you will not be stopped at any objections.
You know, and I love the kickoff from, you know, Gabby Bernstein talk about align yourself with love, service and faith. Yes. Right? Love and service. Your intention, your come from is to help people.
Yes.
And not just to go and make money from them.
No, it's not about selling. Yeah. It's about sharing.
Yeah.
So love, service, and faith. I absolutely love that. Yeah. So if you're in front of an entrepreneur, a business person, you know, I was talking to, I think John is on the call right now. Yes. Hi, Alice and John. These are new friends, our guests at my house yesterday at my spa party. And, you know, you're in front of a business people like Alice and John. They're both entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. You know, your invite will be a little different because they may not be interested in, you know, getting rid of wrinkles and dark spots in their face, but they're interested in looking at a business. So your invite to them will be from a business entrepreneur point of view. And it would sound something like, you know, I'm working on a new project that has huge potential here in Calgary or huge potential here in the US or Los Angeles. I'd love to show it to you. We can meet for coffee, or I can swing by your office or your house, or we can do a Zoom call. I just need about 30 minutes. What works good for you? You know, and so keep it doesn't have to have a lot of frills and ruffles and you know, just keep it straightforward and straight to business, but not over the phone. But right?
Business and entrepreneurs
keep it professional, and they don't have time. So you don't want to beat around the bush, right? Yeah. So go straight. I have a new project. It has great potential, and I just need 30 minutes, and let's talk.
Yeah, and you know what? Don't say, "Hey, I'm doing an MLM, and it's called Nu Skin. I want to talk to you."
Never. So remember the curiosity part, right? And remember not to mention Nu Skin, not because we're ashamed of it. We're absolutely so completely proud of being a Nu Skinner, but just because people might have different perception, the wrong perception based on wrong information. So you wanna, you know, give them the service of providing the correct information that will allow them to make an intelligent decision. You know, in the end, after you presented the facts and they still decided not to, it's okay. Thank you very much for your time, because my job is really to share, right? So with that energy, you will have no problem handling objections. Yeah. So this is how we present the business, really. I only have the prices in the US here. So we can start with only one package, one kit. It's kind of a consumer plan, or you can do the business plan with the business package. Now, the package is a little different in Canada. We do have a LOI package in Canada, which is absolutely incredible, which includes everything. And I mean everything. LumiSpa, Galvanic Face, Galvanic Body, ageLOC Me, Nutriol Hair System, everything. Pearls, you name it, everything. It's called a business in a box for 1,000 points for I think about 12, it's about $1,200 US. But or you can start with a consumer package, which is in about, I think Canada is about retail is $400 some dollars, and wholesale brand affiliate price is $373. But your total with the sharing bonus, the total profit or the total income or commission is about $100 US or about 150 Canadian. Okay, and with that, you can start hosting your spa party, or you're doing your one-on-one meetings, doing demos. For each kit that you sell, you're making about $100 or 150 Canadian. And so when you sell 4 kits, you recover your own kit. So you recover your investment. In this case, this is the 1 kit plan. But in the 4 kit plan, so the question is, do you want to go slow or you want to go fast? So the consumer plan is kind of slow. This is for somebody who just want to, you know, sell 1 kit at a time and just make a few $100s and get some free products, basically. But the fast plan is the business plan, which is that you start with the 1,000 points. Because why 1,000? Is because you will be able to submit your letter of intention, which we call the LOI, which is your first step in qualifying as a brand representative. So why do you want to be a brand representative? Well, because at brand representative, you get an extra bonus, and it's called a team lead bonus, and also called the building bonus of up to 40% of your entire team volume. And that I like to use an example as, you know, as a brand representative, you're kind of like a sales manager, right? Like any company, if you're a sales manager at the company pays you a commission based on the performance of your team. And that's exactly what brand representative. Yeah, you getting rewarded for the performance of your whole team, for supporting your team, helping your team to get where they are. So that is the business plan with 1,000 points to start. And you start to talk to your days will be, you will talk to 2 entrepreneurs, so big business leaders, not just consumers. Yes, you some of your contact could turn out to be consumers, but your focus will be to look for 2 entrepreneurs and show them this plan, 2 entrepreneurs per day, and your goal is to get 2 in your first month. So that's 2,000, each is 1,000, right? So 2,000 from those 2 plus your 1,000, your first month will be 3,000 points. And second month, you replicate that. Everybody get 2 more business builders. So now you have 6,000 points in your month 2, and you become brand representatives, and you start earning income, earning that building bonus or team lead bonus of up to 40%. Now in your third month, and everybody replicate again with 2 more business builders, okay, with 1,000 points, not less than 1,000. So minimum 1,000 points, you're looking at 18,000 points. And at that point, your income in your month 3 with this plan is average about $5,000 US, which is about 6,500 Canadian. Okay, so with that plan, your first objective is you will get your money back. So your first month, you will get your money back with your 1,000, and everybody getting their 1,000. Number 2, you become the brand representative with your 6,000 points in your month 2 and start earning your up to 40% commissions. And month 3 is that you start to replicate. You teach your business builders who are now your leaders, and you teach them how to replicate this model, and you start to build your teams. And last but not least, that as you are, with your business package, you will have some inventory of products. You will have some stocks of products. And with that, it really will double your sales because you have stock on hand. And and you can show and give to the person right there, right then when you're doing the meeting, the products that they want, it will statistically increase your sales double. And if you don't, if you still have any unopened or unsold products at the end of the year, in the whole year, if you still have any unopened and unsold products, you can send it back to the company, and Nu Skin will reimburse you 90% of the cost that you paid. That is an incredible guarantee, because if you ask any business, small business owner, big business owner that you can ask any of them, if they buy products, buy inventory, is there any chance they can return it for 90% money back after 1 year? There's no way. No way anybody would do that for you. But at Nu Skin, because our products really sell themselves, and we are so confident that you will either sell it or we will give you money back. So in most cases, all cases, we will sell it. We will not have anything left in 1 year to return to the company.
And also, that's when you think about it, how many businesses can you actually invest in with 10% risk? Like,
exactly.
We'll just look at the Canadian, we'll just look at the Canadian package. 10% of $16.99 is only $169 risk to do a business. I wish when I had my advertising business, when I was doing that, I invested $350,000 into that business. I wish I could actually get 90% my money back. Oh my gosh!
Instead of $350,000, it's $35,000.
Yeah, that's right. Instead, you know what happened?
You lost.
I actually lost 95% of my money instead of getting 90% of my money instead of getting 10%
back.
So
anyway, so as you build your team, and what does your income look like? So as you build your team, when you have 4 business builders, which means 4 brand representatives in your front line, in your level, first generation, you're what we call a Ruby partner. And as a Ruby partner, your average income, this is based on New York Stock Exchange report. These are audited and proven statistics that are approved by our legal department as well, that the average income for a Ruby partner is about more than 3,000 Canadian dollars or 2,500 US dollars per month. And as one of your leaders build and drive their line and build their team out of the 4, and they have an average volume of 10,000 points, which is about $10,000 worth of volume, that your income as an Emerald partner is average about 5,000 US dollars per month. And as you advance and grow your organization, when you have 5, when you have 1 more new first generation business builder brand representative, and 2 of your teams or 2 of your lines are expanding and growing to minimum of 10,000 and 20,000, your average income as a diamond director is about $10,000 per month, or here to be exact, 8,700 per month US dollars. And as you reach your blue diamond status, and your average income is about close to $40,000 per month. And that is with 6 first generation brand representative and 3 strong lines. And ultimately, we have the highest title in our company, recognized as Team Elite, President, Director, Presidente. That your income, we do not really disclose, but they're in the tens or hundreds or even $1 million per month.
The other thing I want to talk about why you would want to have inventory too, the extra inventory, is that it makes your business grow very, very fast.
Yeah.
Because we're duplicating with the LumiSpa. So LumiSpa is so easy, 2 minutes, they can see results. So if you give them their LumiSpa package, what is gonna happen is they can immediately go and demonstrate and show people those results and actually start doing the business. That's how simple it is and how quickly you can actually grow your business. So it's very important to have, Alan talks about the rolling inventory, right? So that you can actually have the products to give people and not wait for it to be delivered.
Yes.
So if, yesterday you did a meeting and it's a Friday, by the time you place the order, they will not get, in Canada, we won't get the product until Tuesday, but in the US, probably until Friday.
Yeah.
So that's a long
US
time.
is 1 week.
Yeah,
Canada, 2 days.
That's a long time
to wait, and that excitement that at the moment, when they're trying it, and that excitement at the moment to buy kind of dies down. So you want to, Chinese call it, hit the iron while it's hot, while it's red, right? So that excitement, there you are, and you hand them over the product, and then they place the order, and that product gets to be shipped to your home to like rolling inventory and replenish your inventory.
And so you're feeding the fire.
Exactly. So I want to touch a little bit upon our workflow. So what does our day look like? What kind of activity? What is the work of Nu Skin? So we start with our daily, remember the 3 threes, okay? 3 new contacts a day and 3 presentations a day. Could be Bridge ABC or the Zoom launch call with your prospect or with your client, with your guests, and also, and it comes to 3 new customers. So 3 new signups per week. That's your 3 threes. Okay. So 3 new contacts. So getting 3 new contacts, cold contacts, warm contact, just new contacts you never talked to before, and 3 presentations a day, which is, you do it with one of your partner, your upline or your sideline. It's a Bridge ABC or launch call, and 3 new signups per week. Okay. And then your weekly business opportunity meeting, your business briefing, or it could be your weekly spa party, And our monthly, every month we will do the first week. Most of it is on live. It falls on the first Saturday, but not all Saturday. I think I looked at the calendar. Not all of them are first Saturday, but most of them are first Saturday of the month. We will do the fast start training like what we're doing today. And then also we have the monthly SST, which is super success training, and in some cities it will be the fly-in when you know the team leads are coming to your city to do a big event. We call it the fly-in because the leaders from the surrounding cities will be flying into this main city where the event is hosted. So for example, in Peru, Alan and I will be flying there this Sunday. We arrive actually Sunday at midnight, and for the flying event in Lima. Yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow. So that is the super success training, and that usually happens between the 21st to the 28th of the month. And usually that falls on a Saturday. And we used to call it the Super Saturday training, but now we call it the Super Success training, okay? Because I think not all 100% of them fall on the Saturday, but we'll try to keep it on the Saturday. So that would happen in your city every month, and it will be hosted by the leaders of the city. And that is, what was I gonna say? The super success between the 21st to the 28th of the month. And then we also have the TEPU, which is the Team Elite Platinum University, or the GIVE University, where the Vietnamese team that are hosting the GIVE University. Absolutely incredible leadership training for personal development, for your mindset, because that is actually the fuel, the real fuel to help you overcome your obstacles and really keep you focused and committed on your journey to achieve your goals. Mm-hmm. And then we have our annual kickoff and the convention in Salt Lake City. Mm-hmm. The kickoff usually in the major city in your country, but the convention is hosted in Utah every year in October. This year is actually going to be in September. So those are events that you must commit yourself to do, because I always say, you know, Nu Skin is like, you want to Nu Skin the income. You want to earn the Nu Skin income like the income of a doctor, or even more than a doctor, right? How can you expect to earn that without going to school? Imagine a doctor earning a doctor's income or doing the doctor's job without going to school to learn how to be a doctor, right? So this is very, very crucial and critical to make sure you attend all events, because that is a commitment you must make to attend these events, because that is your school. And you will learn, and I have a lot of people saying, you know, oh, I've been to so many TEPUs already and it's the same. No, obviously, if you're still not a Team Elite, or if you're not a Blue Diamond yet, obviously there's still some things you haven't absorbed or haven't applied. And so you go back and you review and you review. You go until you are Team Elite. And that is what Alan did. You know, he didn't, he continued. he didn't become Team Elite off the bat, right? He was a lapis, right? For more than a year or something. And then he was going to the Team Elite University every month, flying all the way from Hawaii to Utah. That kind of commitment, right? Every month going to the Team Elite University, every month. But you know, he didn't see it until he was ready to see it. Yeah. And when he saw it finally, and he became Blue Diamond, I think in 2 months or something like that. Yeah. So it is really, really important to attend these events, because every time you go, you will learn something different.
And I think also when we think about it, when we do the definite main purpose statement, which we'll talk about later, is building that confidence, right? Is building the confidence. So how do you, there's a few ways you can become successful. One is you got to believe in this platform, this, you know, network marketing platform. And in order to have that kind of belief, you need to go see other people who are successful in this platform, Okay, so therefore you got to go to the company, you got to go to the event to have those witness that.
And witness the testimonials,
Mm-hmm.
you know, people from all, you know, areas, all fields of life. It's not just for people who have money or people who
Mm-hmm.
have time or people who are professionals. No, we have super successful team elites who don't even know how to read. Remember that woman in China?
Yes.
She doesn't even read, and she sells pancakes, Chinese pancakes, like for pennies, in her village up in the mountains. And she wasn't even young; she was already in her 40s, and her whole family went against her because that her little pancake business was supporting the whole family. But if people like that can succeed and become team elite, what is our excuse?
And then we also have lawyers and doctors who's also become very successful, and so you can see the different walks of life of people who's successful. The next thing that's very important is that you need to believe in the company. And in order to do that, you go to the company. You actually to say, yeah, we have innovation center here, we have innovation center there. That's different, but you're actually physically in that space. It's that confidence is so real. It's in your heart. It's that knowingness. Right? Is that confidence will come out when you talk to people, when you've been to the Nu Skin office and you know, and you see the
totally
warehouse.
Different.
You see the warehouse and you see the lab and you see the corporate, you know, the building, and it's so
that believe in you is totally different after you visited the company. And also keep in mind that going to these events is not just about you taking in the experience, taking in other people's share and taking in other people's testimony. It's also about you, you sharing your experience. Remember the service part, right? The love, service, and faith. It's about you sharing your experience and your testimonial, because you never know who is in the audience that resonate with you, and that your story inspired them to go after their dreams and step out of their comfort zone. So remember, it's not just about you going as a student, but you also go to serve. So these events, I cannot stress enough how important it is to attend all the events and really become committed and be committed to what you set out to do.
And the third thing that to become successful in Nu Skin is you got to believe in the product. Right? Believe in the product. How will you believe in the product? By going to the corporate and seeing the lab and actually using the product so you experience the results, right? Being able to do that. And the fourth is believing in yourself. So attending these training like, Team Elite Platinum University, Give University, attending the book, doing the book club with Alan with Think and Grow Rich, doing these, connecting to these calls and doing these training will build your confidence. And how you also build your confidence, like what we said earlier, is that you see other people, they can do it, why can't I? So that is very important. So therefore, it's very important to follow this workflow and to attend events, because we always say leaders are born at events. And Rose,
be really committed and make that commitment and do whatever it takes.
And Rose, for you, really was, remember, you committed when we went to Alan's Blue Diamond University.
Yes.
Right? That was when you really committed to doing business. Before, it was like, yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. And your reason for going to that was because you thought you get the bling blings.
Yes, and you know what was, and also because you're gonna go with your team. Remember, whatever you do, it replicates. So your team will do what you do. So if you want your team to be committed, to attend events, to do all what's necessary to succeed in this business, you must first do. So that was the big lesson for me. It was 1 year, we were in Provo for one of the events, and I had my team with me. And before that, because, Alan always had these super early morning meetings. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Super early morning meetings. And I remember that day, we had a super late night fireside chats, right? So we didn't get back to our hotel room until it was 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning. So 5 o'clock, you know, 2 hours later, my phone rings and it was Carrie's like, Alan is doing a breakfast meeting right now. You gotta come with me. And my instant reaction was, no, I'm not going. You know, I'm gonna sleep. And I hung up the phone. But then I remember I have 3 of my team members in the room with me. And what kind of example am I setting for them? And do I want them to replicate that? And the answer was instantly no. So guess what? For the first time in my life, I got out of bed at 5 o'clock without any makeup.
She was ready in 5 minutes.
And I was ready in 5 minutes because Alan's meeting already started. So that time really changed. It really made a change in me.
Yeah.
And to really step up my leadership and really being an example and really set a good example for replication for my team. And if you want your team to commit, if I wanted my team to commit, if I want to lead them to success, I must first show example of leadership and commitment.
And your team will only replicate 50% of that.
Exactly. And the bad habits replicates 100%. So anyways, and remember the 6 exposure rule, right? So and remember the 6 exposure. So with all this workflow, when you enroll your new people, make sure that they are, you know, either do the 3 threes, the daily, the weekly, the fast start. So give them that 6 exposure, because the person is not in Nu Skin until at least they've had 6 exposures. So we're gonna talk about, you know, how to do your Bridge ABC meetings, right? So a good way to remember who's A, who's B, and who's C is that A is like advisor. And who's the advisor? Is usually the upline or the sideline you've invited to do the meeting for you, to do the 3-way for you, okay? A for advisor or upline. B is you. You're the bridge, right? You're the one that has a prospect, which is a C for client or consumer or customer, right? So that's how and you can remember the ABC. And so you're the bridge that's bridging the A, the advisor, the upline, with your prospect, the C. And this is very important that when you do your Bridge ABC, either it's face-to-face on a one-on-one meeting in a coffee shop or at a house or a spa party, or at a Zoom launch call, or if you're just doing a flip chart presentation, or if you're doing the Facebook recorded calls, that at the presentation, it's important that you do the form for A and C so that you can bridge them. You introduce them and edify. You know, you need to edify. As B, you need to edify both A and C so that they start from the same level. I wish they could see me doing this, right? So when you edify and you lift the upline and you edify C, you edify you lift your prospect. So now they're on the same playing field, so same landscape, you know, so that now they can open. Because if you don't do the edification, C doesn't know A, and C will see A as if some kind of a super salesperson is here to sell me something.
I think when you do edification, the most important thing is when you do the right edification properly, that's already done. That's 50% of the close already. The work is done. 50%, okay, even 90%. Because then when you edify your upline or your A, then it gives C, the prospect, a reason to even listen to them. But don't have it all about business. You gotta also edify them and give something personal, so make them human, right? Not this robot business person, okay? Then now if you're just edifying the upline and don't edify, you know, if you only have it edifying the advisor and you don't edify the prospect, then
they
you're
feel
like
under, they feel
like, well, what about me?
inferior.
Who, you know, I'm nothing. Like you don't feel good. So you want everyone to feel good. Okay.
And uplifted.
And lifted, exactly. Now, what's important then is the advisor now also needs to edify the brand affiliate.
At the end of the presentation.
Even at the beginning. Okay, at the, to edify the brand affiliate, because then you're making the prospects like, well,
I've known this person for all my life. What does this person know about business, or what does this person know about anti-aging, right? So it's very important for A, at the end of the presentation, to edify B and hand the C back to B, because they're going to be working together as a team, right? So it is very important, that edification at the end, so that C can now have a different respect. It's a different
light.
Yeah, a different, sees B in a different light with respect as a business partner in this venture.
And I would say, wow, I'm very excited for you to work with B, because B is such an incredible leader and is very clear on where they want to go.
And she's got so much love, and she's love to help people. And you couldn't have a better upline to work with you. Because I know she will always be there for you when you need help. So that kind of edification is very, very assuring. And it also helps the C and the B to connect in a different light in the business arena.
Yeah, and then you would, at that point, doing Bridge ABC, the whole reason you have A there, the upline, the advisors there, so they can do the presentation.
Yeah.
And this is important, especially for people you're close to, people who like your brother. You don't want to do the presentation with your brother, because your brother knows you as this image. There's this image of you. And then what do you know about business?
Listen to you anyway.
Exactly. So then what you do is, therefore be very, very important. You just be quiet.
You're a fly on the wall.
Yes. You take mental notes if you are doing face-to-face meeting. If you are actually doing a phone call meeting, write notes. What is this person saying?
And do not, okay, two things you do not do as B. Talk during the presentation, which is a mistake I make a lot before. I'm getting better with that. And especially for controllers, okay? Those controllers out there, please control yourself and not talk and interrupt A's presentation with C, because A is trying to help you. So if you're gonna interrupt and add stuff and present, you might as well just present it yourself, right? So why is A there? Because A is helping you to do the presentation for C. So, but I know it's very difficult for those controllers out there who in the position of B, and then to control yourself to really be quiet and be a fly on the wall. And trust me, that is the system that works. And number two, yes, you're a fly on the wall, but you pay attention, you're engaged, you are present, not on the phone or running around, making dinner, that does not work. Because why you're there as a B? Because you're there to learn as well. Remember, our business, you learn while you do. So you're there taking notes and you're learning. So after, 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 10 ABCs, you can do it yourself.
And you can be the A.
And you can be the A. But if you're on the phone doing your chats or your social media, or you're running around after your kids, or you're cooking dinner or making snacks, you're not paying attention, and you're making your upline do all the presentations forever. And that is not how the system works, and that cannot be replicated. Because can you imagine if your downline, you're doing 100% of the meeting for your downline forever? Okay, that doesn't work. So you need to pay attention and be present during the ABC meeting as a B.
And also then at the and how, because remember earlier we talked about replication. What you do will replicate, 50%. Okay,
if it's all the good things you do right.
So now, if you are actually running around, being on your phone, doing something other than being engaged in this presentation, your team member will do the same, because you're setting the model for that person, for the prospect. Therefore, it's important for you to do that. The other thing, when we're doing Bridge ABC, is how you sit.
Yes.
That's also very important in the positioning and how the presentation is made.
So you always want to sit with your prospect, not across from your seat, okay? Because then they feel like the two of you are ganging up on him. So you want to always sit beside them. If you're the B, you want to sit beside them together, so they feel that you are together, and the A is doing the presentation for both of you.
And normally at the end, the A, after edifying B, will ask, why, and this is really your chance to close, is why do you want to work with C?
Yes.
Right? This is then when you actually tell them where you're going, what's your plan, and why you're doing it, and why you want this person to be on your team.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's important.
So we just have, I think this meeting's until 11:30, right? Pacific time.
Oh.
So we're almost done. So we wanted to show you what do you do at a Zoom launch call. So if the person is not in your city and you're not doing the face-to-face ABC, but you're doing ABC on a Zoom launch call, we call it, right? So again, the format is the same. The B will introduce A, the upline, and the C, and using form, a little bit background about the A and background about the C. And at the same time, you're edifying A and C using mention three positive attributes. For example, Carrie is an amazing woman, amazing leader. She's always, so motivated, and she's always looking for new opportunities and to help people. And she has been a very successful entrepreneur as well. She owned an advertising company before. And then one compliment from the heart. What I love about Carrie is that she's always positive, and she's always so gentle, and she loves to help people. Okay, so that's what you do to edify. And then A, while B is doing the introduction and doing the edification, A is taking notes on the information of C. Okay, so that A could address, remember, we want to look for the point of joy or the point of pain, and so that A can know where to what the entry point is, right? And then at the end of the call, A, if you're the A, you would assess their interest level. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your interest level right now? If it's a 7 and above, 7, 8 or above, okay, let's get started. Which one you want to start, slow or fast, right? If it's between 3 or 5, you're like, okay, so what would it take for you to get to a 7 or 8 and above? Or
what kind of information?
Yeah, what kind of information can I provide
additional information?
Yes, and what kind of questions you have. But for anybody who's below a 3 or 4 below, and then thank you very much for your time. And please let me know if you know of anyone who might be interested in an opportunity like this, right? Never just take a no as a no, always ask for the referral.
And then also say, what, and if anything change, if you want more information, please contact us, and we'll call. We have any updates, we'll definitely let you know if there's anything new and exciting happening. Is that okay if we, touch base with you?
Yes.
Like that.
Absolutely. So.
Because they didn't say, no, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me again.
Exactly. Which is exactly the next slide, right? So what are some of the obstacles that you would run into? Well, first of all, was people saying no, right? So remember we said never take a no personally, because it is, you will actually statistically, these numbers are according to statistics, that you will get 12 yeses out of 288 no's. So that is less than 10%. You see that? So this is not a new skin statistics. Okay, new skin, our closing rate in the beginning as a new person, because you're new, you're still learning, your closing rate is probably 10, 20%. So out of every 10 people you talk to, 1 or 2 would say yes, right? But as you grow and as you learn more about the business and grow your leadership, your closing rate will be more than 50%. And that is new skin because really our products sell themselves. So in the beginning, while your closing rate is in the 10% or the 20%, don't feel bad if you only talk to 5 people and nobody said yes, because 5 people, even if 1 person said yes, that is a 20% closing rate. So if your closing rate is less than 20%, you will need to talk to at least 10 people.
And also, like, seriously, that's, I think, the toughest thing for people is that they think 1 person say no, 2 people say no, 3 persons say no, like,
and they stop.
They stop because they take it personally. It's
3, it does not represent the whole that does not represent the whole picture. One of my distributor in Mexico, and one time he told me, he says, Rose, I talked to 8 people and all 8 said no to me. That's a lot. And I said to him, you know what? You're to stop thinking like Nemo in a fishbowl. If you're Nemo in a fishbowl, 8 is a lot. 8 fish in a fishbowl and all 8 fish says no to you. That is a lot. However, you got to think like a shark in the ocean. Okay? If you're a shark in the ocean, 8 is nothing because you've got thousands and thousands and thousands, unlimited fish in the ocean, right? So you need to think like a shark in the ocean, okay? And not to have the Nemo in a fishbowl mentality. Okay?
The other one example is there's Leif Edmond. He's a Blue Diamond in Nu Skin, and literally, you'd be surprised. He went through 144 no's before he got his first yes.
Yeah.
So never give up. It's not about you. Is that person may not be, timing might not be right for that person, right? And maybe it's because, right now, timing isn't right, or it's not something they want to do. It's okay. We don't need everybody to do Nu Skin. It's not possible for everyone to do Nu Skin. We still need a chef. We still need someone to cook for us, to serve us at the restaurant. We still need people to drive a taxi or Uber so that we can get places where we need to. We still need people working at the grocery stores. So it's okay. You're just looking for people who is ready, right? People who's at the 12 o'clock, and you're looking for people who's looking for an opportunity. And so it's okay. So don't take it personally. It's not about you.
Absolutely. And we will also run into dream stealers, okay? And the dream stealers can be a lot of the times the people who are closest to you, the people that sleep with you, yes. Your spouse, okay? Or your parents. Oh my God, my mom still tells me no.
My mom too. My mom and dad too.
But you know what? Be grateful for these dream stealers because God put them in your life for a reason. You know why? Because if it's somebody you don't know, it doesn't affect you. They could say all the no's and it will not affect you as much as the people that are closest to you. And because what they say matters to you. And that is a much bigger challenge and a much bigger test for you. And you should be grateful for that because why? Because the bigger the challenge, the bigger the obstacle, the stronger you become. Okay, Be thankful, be grateful for these dream stealers because they're there to make you stronger. So if you think about it that way, you would be so at ease, calm, and happy. And you would actually, with that energy, you will actually convert them. Okay?
Yeah, and the other thing too is they are your dreams, they are your goals. Only you know what you want, other people do not know your dreams, and they won't, and don't expect them to know, because or else it would be their dream. Yes. Right? So you be truthful and stand in that truth of your own dream, because nobody else. It's your dream. If you can dream it, then it's yours. It only takes time to do it.
Remember the faith, right? Love, service, and faith. This is the test for your faith. Do you truly believe? Are you solid in your ground, in your belief? So again, don't take that personally. And who do you listen to? So people love to give advices, right? They love to give advices as if they know everything. So the question is, who do you listen to? The people that have the results that you want. Okay, not just anybody off the street or anybody in your life or anybody in your family, but listen to the people who have the results that you want, because obviously they know what they're talking about because they have the results, right? So one of my mentors from PSI seminars, so he's the founder of PSI seminars,
Thomas Wilhite.
And he says, often harsh, but always fair. It's judging by results, okay? So you can say whatever you want, but looking at your results. Do you have the results? So if you have not made millions or have become successful in Nu Skin, what gives you right to tell me this is not right for me?
So for example, if you want to be a millionaire, do you listen to broke Uncle Bob, or do you listen to Alan Nagal, who's made $10 million? Actually, really, that's what it is.
Right? So yes,
that's what it's all about. And or like, you think of it this way: if you need to get surgery, do you go get advice from your mom, who's a chef, or do you talk to the top
specialist? Yes.
It's the same thing. So who do you listen to? And be careful who you share your dreams with.
Exactly.
Be very careful who you share your dreams with. You want to share your dreams with people who will
can
support
mastermind with you. Yes.
And who will support you, who's your cheerleader, not the dream stealers.
Yes. And another obstacle, it would be, a deception. So remember that you don't want to work with people who are not honest. And also you don't want to be dishonest about anything, about products, about the company, about the results. Make sure this is very, very important to remember, that you want to be an example of integrity. Yeah. Okay, because your credibility is everything. People join Nu Skin because they believe you, not necessarily. People join you because why do they join you? They can join any other Nu Skinners. Why they join you? Because they believe you, they trust you. So you have that responsibility to live up to that expectation and live up to that, that expectation that you are a business person of integrity and honesty. Always present the truth and nothing but the truth.
And you know what, really, we do have an incredible gift to offer people, an incredible opportunity. We have amazing products, and we don't need to exaggerate or lie about it. It's not necessary. Just tell the truth and be honest, right? And not Bob. Blake Moroney said, don't sponsor yucky people.
Yes.
Don't work with yucky people.
Surround yourself with positive energy, positive people. So yes, don't allow deceptive person around you, and do not be that deceptive person. Be honest and do the business with integrity.
Yeah.
And there will always be attrition. There will always be people that comes in and always be people that quit. It's okay. It's part of life. Just like people will be quitting their job and go move on to the next job. It happens. So not everybody will finish the marathon. Manage your expectation. Just because somebody else has given up doesn't mean you need to give up on your dream. It's like just because somebody, lost their house doesn't mean that you're gonna lose your house, right? Yeah. So it's their life, but you have yours, and you have your belief and your commitment. So don't let what other people do decide what you do.
Do you know what is really interesting is this? 95%, this is human nature. 95% of the people will give up on their dreams before they even get started. What was the statistics? And they say that all the time. New Year's resolution. People set New Year's resolution, you know, say this year I'm going to do this. But in reality, by February 15th, majority of the people would have forgotten.
Yes.
Forgotten that or have given up on that resolution. So
and they excuse themselves from holding themselves accountable for their goals. So, you know, be the example of leadership, be the example of commitment that your team want to replicate, and do not let what other people say or do influence what you do for your dreams.
Be the light and be the guiding light for other people.
Exactly. And watch your own attitude, right? You know, be positive, because it is what happens in you that affects what happens around you. It is not what happens to you, because if your attitude is, this is happening to me, this person is doing this to me, and this is what's happening to me, you're in a position of a victim. But be responsible, be a leader, and take responsibility of that leadership, and then said, you know, this is what's happening in me, because what's happening in you is a reflection. What's happening around you is a reflection of what's happening in you. So be responsible for your thoughts and your attitude within you,
and your emotions.
Absolutely. So if you can remain positive and stay positive and uplifting, things around you will change, and it will activate that law of attraction to attract the positive things, people, and energy to you.
Yes. So if you want to attract positive people who's committed, first you yourself need to be that. Yes. And because laws of attraction is likes attract likes.
And positive energy is on a much higher vibration, much higher frequency, and the negative attitude is a much lower vibration. So if you want to attract, you know, people in the 10s and the 9s like Alan and Dean Nguyen, you want to elevate your energy, your level of vibration to that level. Einstein said, you know, when you match your vibration and frequency to the reality of what you want, there's nothing you can do but to achieve it. It is not magic, it is physics. So if you want to attract the people in the level 9s and the 10s, elevate your energy, elevate your frequency and vibration to that level, and it will naturally attract those people. It's physics, it's not magic. That's what Einstein said. So I believe him.
Yes. And your internal, what you have inside, your thoughts and your beliefs is a reflection of your reality.
Absolutely.
Like, so ask yourself, what is your reality now?
And switch, learn to switch.
Then check
if you notice that you are feeling blue or feeling down, step out of it, snap out of it right away, because whatever that energy level you're at, you will attract. So if you don't want to attract negative and low energy people, first of all, decide to snap out of your low vibration.
What Gabby Bernstein said is, choose the next best thought feeling. The next best feeling thoughts, right? Choose the next
best feeling thoughts.
Next best feeling thought.
Yeah, like having a piece of dark chocolate, Belgium chocolate. Makes you so happy.
Just choose the next. You can't, you know,
to lift you up.
It's tough to go from, you know, negative to positive, but if you can sort of switch to a little bit more positive, then, you know, choose the next positive, then choose the next positive, then you will be there. So just do that.
Yes, and become the super attractor.
Yes.
So next word, this is a quote. I like this quote from Robert Kiyosaki, that winners are not afraid of losing, but losers are. Failure is a part of the process of success. So don't be afraid. People who avoid failure also avoid success. So failure is a part of success. If you have no failure, you will not have success. How many times Thomas Edison has failed in his discovery of the light,
Yeah.
the electric bulb?
Electricity,
Thousands of times. But every time he learned from the mistakes. Then that's how you learn. You learn from the failure and move on. Failure is not there to stop you from moving forward, but instead it is to help you go further from the experience, from the lessons you learn from your failure.
Yeah.
And so this is the mindset we need to have. The correct mindset that each one of us, we are an independent affiliate. We are our own franchise owner. We must have the mentality as a CEO of our own company, because we are the owner of our own business. Be it small, medium, or large, it is our business. It is our organization, our network. We are the CEO. We're not an employee of Nu Skin, okay? So this is for people who work at jobs as employees. At first, this is a kind of a difficult mentality for them to have. I know, because that's
we call it
I came from.
mindset.
Yeah, the employee mindset, because that's where I came from, right? So, I was like, how come the company didn't pay for this? Company didn't pay for that? Why do I have to pay for this to go to this event? Because, as an employee, we're so used to the company pay for our training, company pay for this. But remember, they buy our time, right? We are their slaves. But in Nu Skin, we are the owner. We are the business owner. We are the franchise owner. We are the CEO. So this is our own business. So act like a CEO of the company. We are the ones responsible for the success of our business. Okay, not our upline, not our downline, not Nu Skin. We are. And always take that position of being responsible.
Be 100% responsible.
Absolutely. Be 100% responsible for yourself, for your results, for the success of your business or the failure. Just be responsible. And remember, be positive, be happy. And last but not the least, love yourself. That's the biggest lesson Alan always tell me, because we suffer the Asian F syndrome, right? So, Asians, our parents would look at our report card. You get, all the A's, you get one B, and they focus on that B. Why did you get the B? Why is that not the A, right? That is the Asian F syndrome, the fail syndrome. And so we grew up with that, and we're so used to beating ourselves up for things that we didn't accomplish. So, if in the day you have set a goal to do, let's say 10 demos, and at the end of the day you only did 7, instead of beating myself up for the 3 that I didn't do, please focus on the 7 that we did do, and pat ourselves on the back and say, good job, you did good, you did 7 really good demos. Okay, because the more you encourage yourself, the more you give yourself the credit for the work that you've done, and the more grateful that you are for what you have done and what you're able to do, that energy, that gratitude will bring more of that result into your life. So remember, believe 100%. Know that you're successful. That's a really, really important mindset. Have faith that know already, I have it already. I am there already. I know I am successful. That is the correct mindset. Not, well, maybe if I do this, maybe I think I could be successful. No, it is, I am there. I am successful. And that is the mindset that you need to have. And to help us to get that mindset and stay in that mindset, we have the definite main purpose statement and the self-confidence formula that we need to do twice a day minimum, out loud, to really help us to program our subconsciousness and program our mindset for success. So those of you that have the success system packet, it is at the last page. So please complete that statement. I think maybe we will do another call because we're kind of running out of time to do the statement here. But after the call, please go to that page and do your statement and get your upline to help you write your statement and start with that mindset part of the training.
Launching your subconscious mind.
Absolutely.
And this is also how you build confidence for yourself.
And here are some keys to success, okay? Be coachable, because this business is 99% attitude and 1% is aptitude, right? I know many of us have been very successful in the field of a career or a business before Nu Skin, and we think we know, I've had success before, I think I know what I'm doing, but no, really, when we come to Nu Skin, we reset to zero, because this is a different business model, this is a different business, and need to really be coachable and really reset to zero and start from zero. Learn from the leaders that have achieved success and follow their path that they've already set out, and not reinvent the wheel. And again, have that independent CEO mentality and have that responsible attitude and be self-motivated. And you don't need your upline partner to push you every day. Say, hey, did you do your 3-3? Hey, did you get on the call? Don't be like a baby. Be responsible. Be the leader. Be the parent. And be the owner and be independent.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, we work in a team, but every person is whole and complete by itself, not relying on the team to push you up and lift you up. Yes, the team will do that for you, but first you must do that for yourself. And be patient. Make that commitment, knowing that it doesn't happen overnight.
There's what we call a gestational period for
Yeah.
everything.
There is also a bridge of tears.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to cross that bridge of tears. And that is when you bridge between what you're doing now and to what you're going to do Nu Skin full time. And there's that bridge of tears where the income don't align yet. So just be patient and know that it doesn't happen overnight, and be willing to do whatever it takes, because the only way you can fail in Nu Skin is if you quit. So make that commitment to do whatever it takes until the end when you reach your goal. And last but not least, be grateful for everything that happens along the way, whether it's rejections, whether it's dream stealers, whether it's people leaving. Be grateful, because they're only there to help you get stronger. And the more you're grateful for, the more you will have to be grateful for. And also, we need to be grateful for our uplines, right? Because they're not obligated to help us. Really, they're not obligated, because that's not their job. But they help us because they want to support us to be successful. So be grateful for whatever support we get from upline, and be grateful for whatever support we get for our downline. Be grateful for them, because they are a volunteer army. Remember, they're not your employees. They are our business partners, and they're not our employee. And be grateful for them, because they're volunteer army, and work with them because they trust you. That's why they joined you, and that's why they joined their team, and to be working with you as business partners. And also be grateful for your sidelines. Alan it teach me so much about that, because he's all about aloha and sharing with everybody. And I still have a lot of work to do on that, but watching Alan working with anybody and everybody who needs help is truly, I think, is a huge reason why he's so successful, because he just loves to share and give. And and what he said was correct. All your downlines are sidelines, right? So to really support each other, and to also leverage the leverage the resources of your sideline. It will help you and help them. And it's really about teamwork and having that energy of giving and sharing. So lastly, I just want to talk a little bit about the guidelines, always work together, help each other, and cooperate with each other. Do not cross line. Cross line means if a sideline comes to you and complain about something, either about their downline or the upline, about anything, if it's negative, leave the coaching to the upline, to their upline. Okay, do not cross line and coach the cross line. Coach the sideline, okay, and respect the sideline, okay, because their upline may have a plan, a set of plan of action or plan of strategy for them. So respect the sideline and allow their upline to do the coaching, and it's not up to us. And always be friendly and welcoming with everybody, especially when you come to a big event. There will be, guests and prospects from other people who are not your invites and from other sidelines. Be friendly, because just because they're not yours doesn't mean you can be rude or disrespectful, because that is also you could jeopardize the prospect of that sideline, and that person could decide not to do Nu Skin because your attitude was so negative, right? So be responsible and be friendly, happy, positive, and welcoming to everybody, and always remain a high energy and show up as a professional, dress for success, and show up and that represent the incredible company that we represent, that's Nu Skin. And remember to always edify your upline, edify your sideline, your downline, the products, the company, always edify in the positive light.
And I have one thing to add. Like, I'm a parent and watch a lot of Disney. Like Thumper said, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Okay? So always be positive.
Absolutely. So I think that concludes our training for today. I just want to leave you with this quote from Jim Rohn. And for the new people that decide to do Nu Skin, obviously this is something that's different, that you've never done before. So remember this, that for things to change, you have to change. And for things to get better, you have to get better. And for things to improve, you have to improve. Because when you grow, everything in your life grows with you. And finally, remember, it is your turn now. Okay, so want to thank everybody for getting on the call today, and thank you so much for staying with us. And I really enjoyed this training. We worked really hard on this presentation. We didn't even sleep last night because we just got notice where we're doing this. We had 2 days, but then it's month end, but we're so happy that we got it done. And here we are. And so we hope you enjoyed it. And please unmute and let me know if you have any questions, any questions that you have. We'll have a few minutes for Q&A. What did you like about it? What did you learn? And share with your team, what is your next step?